You ever go through a workout? It's a long workout, tough workout, but before you know it, it's done and you're just like, what just happened? Did I just do that? I don't really remember doing everything. This was one of those days. What's up? How's it going? It's October 15th. Yep, October 15th, Sunday, 2023. Today we're looking at GST training vlog, winter bulk, day 9. Time's moving, you know, time always moves fast. We're in mid-October already. This is a 6-month bulk. You know, it's gonna end March, and then I'm thinking spring cut. I can kind of see that playing out, spring cut, summer shred. It's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all the good times ahead with this bulk and the exciting times with the cut. Man, cutting is great. The motivation that comes from cutting and looking in the mirror when you're training, seeing that incoming definition and your definition increasing. I call that shit mirror motivation because it really does drive you to want to do more and want to do better. Cutting, physiologically, it sucks. You're hungry. You feel not malnourished, but you are in that calorie deficit. And it has effects, you know. Nobody's setting PRs in a calorie deficit, I'll tell you that, especially a long-term calorie deficit. And that's one of the effects, strength loss. You kind of feel small as well because you are getting smaller when you cut. Don't let anybody tell you any different. If you have muscle and you have fat, and those things take up size, they make their mass. And if you're taking away one of those things, which is the fat, ideally, you're not getting bigger, you're not staying the same size, you're getting smaller. So in clothes, you feel smaller. That's a challenge, like that's a mental challenge with cutting. But I gotta say, you know, the added definition and just feeling light, lean, mean, shredded, those things overpower the negatives of cutting. And while that's months away and while this is a bulk series, you know, I got to tell you, I'm already looking forward to that because I know the satisfaction that comes from a well-done bulk, getting some growth, and then seeing it, seeing what you built, uncovering your own little personal masterpiece, something that you've been working on for months or even years. You know, that feels so good. So part of my drive during this winter bulk is knowing what's to come. It's the long game. It's delayed gratification. Putting in the work now when I'm going to get a little softer, not as lean, and then revealing that personal masterpiece, those gains, when it comes time to cut, when it's spring cut, summer shred time. So right now I'm thinking about that. That's what I wanted to share with you. And now it's time for me to get into training. You know, GST squat day today. You know, I'm kicking things off with lunges. I'm probably going to take those heavy. It's a 90% week. And yeah, as long as the knees feel nice and bulletproof, plenty of warm-ups, I'm going to go heavy with those. Low rep lunges, of course, followed by the AMRAP. Possibly a volume set. I mean, a volume set with lunges is torture, but hey, you know, sometimes we like that. So let's get into this training day, winter bulk vlog, day 9. I'm ready to go. You can tell. I got the hood up already. I think it's just going to be intense today, and I want to share it with you. Come along with me. Let's do it. You saw those warm-ups. Everything's feeling really good. Let me run down the warm-ups quick. I did the empty bar. I did that for 12 per side. I didn't show that set. I did 95. I did that for 8 per side. Then I threw on another 50 pounds. I did 145. Did that for like 5 per side, I believe. Then I threw on 185 and did 3 per side. Those felt amazing. Everything feels good. Like I'm ready to go with these 90%. I started throwing on another 20 pounds here. So we're up past 200. We're at 205. Honestly, I don't see myself doing 1 per leg. I see myself doing more. And there's only one way to find out, and that's just, you got to get under the bar. So that's what I'm going to do. I got Doom Eternal music kicking. Like I said, it's an intense day. heavy lunges, you gotta love it. Easy stuff. Like I said, you knew I was doing more than one actually. Hit the 3. We're moving up. Weight's going up. So that felt amazing. Stupendous. So I put 215 on the bar. You know, I'm not ruling out 225 today. 225 is a possibility. This gorilla mode's got me in the gorilla mode, no doubt. But I'm gonna stay logical. I'm gonna stay cognizant of my knees, everything, make sure that I feel solid and sturdy. Will 225 happen? I don't know. We'll find out. There's only one way to find out, and that's get back under the bar, 215, another set. All I'm going for is 1, but you know I'm allowed to do those plus reps, stay 1 to 2 reps shy of failure. All right, time to get back under there and do it. I'm not gonna say that felt light, because that didn't feel light. But I got a good number of reps there, and I'm happy with that. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I'm definitely feeling some kind of way right now, and 225 is calling my name, so you can see those yellow plates, those things turn blue. 245's on there, that's what that means, and it's 225 time. My mindset going into this is as follows. I don't care if I don't get a lot of reps on this. I don't care if I don't get a high rep AMRAP. I'm not supposed to get a high rep AMRAP on this one. It's 90% 1 rep max, maybe a little more. So I'm just getting under the weight because more strength, more maximal strength, more near maximal strength carries over to more reps in medium rep ranges, high rep ranges. That's why I train this way. I'm not training for powerlifting. I don't give a shit about powerlifting at all. I care about growth. And sometimes you gotta go heavy. You gotta go low rep because building up that near maximal strength, like I said, it carries over, and that's what it's all about. That's a strategy here. Build up strength from time to time, carry that over for more volume in the growth rep ranges, those real growth rep ranges where you're really pumping out volume with still a decent amount of weight. That's what it's all about right now. So I'm gonna get under the weight, stress my body, give it the stimulus to get stronger, stay strong. 225, like I said, it's calling my name. See what happens. Let's get some reps in. Sturdy, sturdy reps. Whew. Nothing but confidence here. That's what you got to do when you're going into a tough set like this, a heavy set. Nothing but confidence. Know your form cues. Laser focus. Yep, come on, let's get it. All right, I'm leaving it at that. And wouldn't you know, for sure, of course, after 1 rep, a headphone fell out. Always something, right? It's always something. But that was a good set. Got the triple. And my mindset going into this was get some reps, and no matter how many reps you get, follow it up with a volume set. So like I said, volume set for lunges, it's torture. But it's that kind of day. I'm in that kind of mood. We're going to cut the weight in half and go for high reps. So normally you'd think I would say, do I want to do this? And I would say, hell no. Actually, I do want to do this. I really want to do it. I'm the only one out here. You know, I'm voluntarily doing this. So it means I want to do it. Like, I want to just blast the legs, make them grow, give them everything that I can to produce growth. Growth is not coming easy for me at this stage at all, man. I feel like once in my life I maxed out my genetic potential already. Deciding to do this bulk, it's got me back in that zone, and I'm just going to give myself what I can to grow and hope for the best. And sets like this, volume sets like this, I'm adding volume. It's as simple as that. And it sucks. Like for this is going to suck. But I'm doing it because I want to do it. And you have to want to do stuff that sucks. So I need 40 reps here, 20 per side, 12 down. Not the type of set that you want to lose count on either. This stuff's going to turn into cardio right here, I'll tell you that. Sucks right now, right at this moment. 10 to go. That's why you blast out a bunch in the beginning, so when it starts to suck, your rep count is high already. There it is. Whew. It actually wasn't that bad. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's just being real. Take a seat here for a second. Let's get back into talking about doing the things that suck. So when that 30th rep rolled in, I was starting to feel the burn, like quads, glutes, but I was starting to feel the deep burn, like in the inner legs, inner thighs, just deeper inside, more muscle fibers firing. Really pumping out that volume. My muscles were tired from the previous sets. Those fast twitch fibers were tired. You know, that's what's working there with those heavy, near maximal reps, building up those big, fast twitch muscle fibers. And then I laid on more pressure with the volume set to get all the fibers, all the fucking fibers firing. And that's that deep feeling, like that deep burn. It's not just a superficial standard burn. It's the deep burn that you know you're really doing something. You're really recruiting all the fibers of the target muscles. And that feels really good. Like, that's why you have to do that stuff. That's why you have to get down and dirty sometimes. Push yourself into a little bit of hell and feel proud. Like, I don't regret doing that at all. I'm glad I did it. I feel good. That's the type of feeling, that's the type of example I'm trying to show to you. I'm trying to make you get say there's a time in the future when you're in the gym and you happen to see this video, maybe the day before or the week before, and you're sitting there, you're out of breath, you just finished up your last working set, but you feel like maybe you have a little more juice, and you think back to right now, this moment in this video, you're like, damn, I could do a volume set right now, and I'd feel proud of myself. And right then, the decision is already made. You're doing the volume set, and you're gonna feel proud of yourself. That's what I'm trying to deliver with this right now. So after crushing lunges, blasting lunges, tons of volume, GST keeps you moving forward with more compounds. It's a no BS program, guys. Compound lifts are the foundation. Couple extra reps, never hurt nobody. Whew. It's a hot one today, man. Sweating, but you should be. You should be sweating when you're doing legs. All right, depth, and focus on quads and glutes. So the first few reps of that last set, I felt like I had lifted yesterday and my legs were already sore. Things were already starting to tighten up a little bit. Woo! So I added weight. Let's get this third set out of the way. God, I want this 10th. Let's go. It was the right call to add weight. Felt good. Felt great. Every rep was a grinder. More hard shit out of the way. What's next? More compounds. You know it. More compounds. Deadlifts. I'm giving myself a break right now because I just hit the lunges. I hit them hard. I got intra-workout soreness, intra-workout DOMs, and you know that that's a consequence of hitting it real hard. And then I went to heels raised, Oppen Bar squats, hit those hard too. Those were pushing it. So I'm gonna take this longer rest period because Romanian deadlifts are next. That's a big stressor on the glutes as well. Spinal erectors, hamstrings. I'm switching it up to posterior chain, fully posterior chain, taking the quads out of the mix. But it's a compound lift, it's a technical lift, it's a heavier lift, so it's long rest period time, 5-10 minutes here. And I wanna do today's training chat on how to actually train hard. Like, how do you know if you're actually training hard? How do you ensure, how do you force yourself to get to that point of really training hard? Because I tell you to train hard all the time. And I set that example of training hard, you know, as often as I can. I'm not gonna say all the time, but as often as I can. So how do you actually do it? Well, there's multiple ways. I'm going to talk about one today. It's a foundation. I think it's actually the #1 foundation, because if you use this foundational principle, at some point, you're going to get to the point where you are training really hard. There's no way around it. That foundational principle is none other than the big boy, the king, progressive overload. You've heard of it. I know you've heard of it. Progressive overload. In a nutshell, it's just you're trying to do more over time. That's it. Like, it's not this complicated monster definition that you'd have to look up in Webster's dictionary. It's you want to do more over time. It's going to require a journal. You're going to have to journal. You're going to have to record so you know that you're actually doing more over time. You're moving forward. You're progressively overloading. But the point is that no matter where you start, no matter what your baseline strength levels are, no matter how intense you are in the beginning, you might go into the gym and you might not be training that hard. You might not be training that intensely because you're new. You're not expected to. You're feeling it out. You're getting the lay of the land, you know? You're just getting comfortable, learning form and stuff like that, learning the basics. But if you progressively overload and keep that concept in check in your mind while you're doing those things, while you're a beginner, and as you gain experience, keep that in check, keep it in the picture, you're going to add weight over time. And eventually, that weight is going to get hard. You're going to have to be intense to lift that weight. Because it's undeniable. It's unpreventable. You're forcing yourself to train hard when you're constantly implementing progressive overload. The weight gets heavier. It gets harder. You have to push yourself. Your intensity builds, your experience builds, your workload builds. All those things add up, and then eventually you're at the top of the intensity ladder. You're in it. You are training hard and you know it. And you've stepped yourself up step by step, inch by inch, day by day to get to that point. And progressive overload, that's the thing that got you there. And that's the thing that is going to get anybody there. It's always going to be there for you. There's some things in life that aren't always going to be there for you. Progressive overload, as corny as it sounds, as stupid as it sounds, one of those like dumb gym sayings where no matter what, the iron will be there for you. The iron will never leave your side. You know, progressive overload, it will not leave your side. Progressive overload will be there for you when you need it. And it will ensure that you train intensely. Guys, that's a training chat for today. If you want to train hard, one of the things you have to implement, because it's a guarantee, I guarantee it, is progressive overload. Get it in your head, make sure that you implement it, use it, learn about it, and you will be training hard. That's all I got. All right, Romanian deadlifts. I'm bringing the funk to my hamstrings and glutes right about now. Let's do this. I gotta tell you, Doom is just jamming right now. Like 90 minutes of Doom Eternal. I don't know how you can't just be mad, be angry. Just go to work. Whew. All right, Romanians, remember, glute drive, pop that body forward. That was light. Not much else to say there, but that was light. I said that was light, and I put my money where my mouth is. Threw on another 10%. And let's go to work. Let's go to work. Do I dare say that was light? I think I do. Yeah, I went a little heavier, another 5%. Kicked it up a little notch. All right, this is guaranteed 10. Hamstring, glute, annihilation, man. This is the nail in the coffin for the glutes. Oh man, that hip hinge was feeling beautiful. Whew. Magnifique. Man, that was good. Compounds are done. And that's a good feeling on the GST squat day, man. That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. I had to show you guys this because I'm sure you can relate. Those of you with girls out there, look at this. She says, hi. I didn't answer right away. She says, ready when you are. I'm in the middle of a lift. I still didn't answer right away. She emphasizes to make sure that I hear the message again. Still didn't answer. She says, aren't you curious? I finally look at my phone. Didn't see the phone. Curious for what? She loves going on walks, so our long, sunny walk. Get yourself a girl like this, guys. I tell her I'll be ready in about 30 minutes because I'm rage lifting right now. She laughs and says nothing but okay. That's the kind of girl you need, man. You need somebody that understands your needs. And of course, I'm going to fulfill hers too, because right after I'm done lifting, I'm not going to take the post-workout meal immediately. I'm going for that long, sunny walk. I got to tell you, I kind of feel like some monk in this hoodie today, man. This hood is this thing is a big hood. It comes down to the front of my hat, though. I kind of like it. Yeah, man. Always feel big after a set of traps. Ah, goddamn, son. Man, sometimes these days, I feel like I say this every time. Like maybe it's not sometimes, maybe it's every time. Maybe these workouts are just that freaking hard. Yeah, not sometimes. Every time I do one of these GST-SIZE days, I get crushed in a good way. You know, it's possible to get crushed in a good way. And yeah, this program delivers. You ever go through a workout? It's a long workout, tough workout, but before you know it, it's done and you're just like, what just happened? Did I just do that? I don't really remember doing everything. This was one of those days. And it happens from time to time. You get so in the zone, you get so hyped up, so focused, so just dialed in. You go through it and it's like when you're done, it's a blur. Looking back, it's a blur. And I know what I did. I know I did my numbers. I know I did my reps. I know I was in it. I got footage to prove it. I know we had a great training chat together on how to make sure that you're training hard and guarantee that you're training intense. Progressive overload. It's a beast. It's your best friend in the gym, one of them. So it was a mega successful day today. And I got to finish up. I'm not going to film my leg extensions. I mean, I don't really want to show you leg extensions. Do people really want to see a guy doing leg extensions? I don't. So probably not. So I'm going to do 6 sets of leg extensions. I finished up with my shrugs. You saw those. I'm going to do hanging leg raises as well, finish up with abs. And then I showed you that text message from my girl. You know, she wants to go on that long, sunny walk. So I'm gonna show up for her. Of course, it's after leg day, you know, of course. It's always something, right? On that note, I'm gonna say goodbye. It's Sunday. I hope you finish up your day today feeling strong and productive. I hope it's been a great weekend for you. I'm out of here. I gotta get my son, get that vitamin D in. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out again. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye-bye.